Snake River Canyon, Idaho, 1973. A baying mob of drunken biker gangs and bloodthirsty thrill seekers watch on as a lunatic in a star-spangled jumpsuit is strapped to a military rocket. And that was just an ordinary day for America's most notorious daredevil. He bunked up with Charles Manson, spunked $20 million on chinchilla fur coats, and smashed the world record for broken bones. From month-long comas to robbing banks with dynamite, buckle in for the unhinged tale of Evel Knievel. Do not try this at home. Welcome to the Upshot for a big old special
Bumper.
It's an omnibus.
It's an omnibus. It's a multi-parter.
Wow.
It's longer than the man jumped. Welcome. I'm Jack. We've got Zach.
Hello, Jack.
Horatio Gould is joining us once
Hello.
again.
Back again.
Again.
The Empire Strikes Back.
We go again. Starred on Garincha. That was your test run.
That was
Goat
our test
fucking.
run. Yeah, and now we're properly going for it.
Yeah. That was the goat of goat fucking. This
Yes,
is the goat of jumping.
Yeah, jumping. Did he ever jump over goats? He did jump over some animals.
He did some man-eating sharks, some snakes.
Mountain lions as well.
I'll freely admit that before researching this, obviously I knew the name.
Yes, it's one of them. You just know him as a concept, Evel Knievel.
You sort of, I remember being in a playground.
He is the stuntman.
Yeah, and you're in a playground and people are doing like jumps and they're like, I'm Evel Knievel.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I did have quite a good sense of him, but I think my uncle was a massive fan in the 70s when during his peak, like had the Evel Knievel toy that we'll chat about it later. But
Was
it was
he
like
rocking the
best-selling
outfit?
toy of the 70s. I'm sure he had an outfit back in the
Horatio is
time.
rocking the outfit.
Yeah.
For the benefit of audio listeners, it's actually
true.
worth watching this on YouTube so you can see it.
It's weird not really knowing anything about the guy and then dressing up as him on the podcast.
You realise that the outfit
and I'm
you wear
going to
most
slowly
days
find
is-
out things. It was like he was a nonce. He had reams and reels of child pornography at his home. And I'm just, all right, I'm brilliant.
Got to get the tube home like this.
I should have brought a change of clothes.
You did have a nice moment where you bumped into someone coming out of the office.
This whole building is like everything's like an airlock, and you can't get into any zone without having the right thing. And I got stuck, and I knocked on the door. You know, I think are those like anxiety booths out there? What are those like little things? Is that like a
private phone calls?
Oh, right, for phone calls. Right, it shows that I haven't had a real job ever. All right, is that where you guys like cry because you hate your job so much? Right, brilliant. And I had to knock and like get them to let me in, and then I refused to explain myself.
What, as in the
He was
outfit?
looking at me like, and I was like,
Evel Knievel, right? So
Go on.
we'd heard of him,
Yeah.
right? Zach, your uncle was
I think I was
concerned.
I was very much aware of his
jumps.
him as a
oeuvre.
character.
But I sort of thought like he's quite a niche guy. Whereas in reality, if you've heard of him in London in the 90s, it's probably because he's actually a mega star. And he was. Now I've researched it. He was a fucking massive star.
But there's not really any. Is there? Who's the next big stunt guy? Is he? He's
There was-
No one.
No one.
There was actually a British
but-
spin-off guy, Eddie Kidd. Eddie Kidd,
Eddie
that was
Kidd.
the one. Yeah.
Right.
Sounds like you were very into stuntmen as a child.
Is it a
Zach.
sport or is it?
Well,
Is wrestling a sport?
um,
I mean,
I
wrestling's
would say this is a sport. It's like it's in the same way that ski jumping is a sport.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a lot
fine.
less boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quicker.
Yeah.
But he's sort of the only super famous stuntman, I think. I mean,
Yeah.
like there are some others who sort of try and emulate him, but I
Yeah.
think so. I didn't realize that he was like one of the most famous people in America in the
Right.
70s.
Fuck.
Huge star,
Yeah.
so much money flying around him, on a par with your biggest bands and actors.
Yeah.
But also, I didn't realize that most of the time he fucked the stunts up and got smashed to bits.
Really?
Because I thought, that it's because he was so good at them. He was, I'm not saying it was shit, but his eyes were bigger than his stomach.
Yeah.
But I
I'd
think
say.
that was part of the appeal because people were going because it was like it was an entertainment show, and people I think in the 70s were quite sadistic and just wanted to see a bit of suffering.
But even now, the jeopardy is what makes it interesting, right? You want to know they could die.
But yeah,
alive.
but it's what Chappelle says when people sometimes ask for their money back if his shows got really like self-indulgent, right? So when Dave Chappelle's doing a stand-up show, he says, I'm not Evel Knievel. You pay to see the attempt. It's not about whether it's good or not.
Yeah.
It's about the attempt.
That is a really good arse covering. That's genius.
It's just a terrible show. You're paying to see me give it a go. You're paying to see me try.
Yeah, that defense could cover all manner of sins, couldn't it? Any pickup artists are listening.
That's great. You should actually see, because you know when like if like a Premier League team gets smashed 7-0 and then they like go out and like pay for the transport for the fans or something and like apologise for it.
You
Just
pay
do
to
it
see
the
the
other way.
attempt.
So you pay to see us.
And they have.
And we fucked it up.
Like 100% have.
That's part of the game.
2 9-0s for Southampton. It's getting harder to defend, but they're Evel Knievel. Actually, so he ends up, he's got the Guinness World Record for the most broken bones ever.
That's crazy. How many's that?
Total. Annoyingly don't know the figure. That's basic, sorry.
I think.
Oh, brilliant. You got to research it when you say something, they pull it up.
By the end of 1975, he'd sustained 433 fractures.
Fuck.
And he went on after that, really.
Is there anyone who's pushing to beat his record?
Yeah. I don't know. So I guess, because how many bones in the body is 200 something, right? I feel.
Yeah.
There's a lot in the foot, is all I know.
How many bones in the body?
Is that how he's doing it?
206 bones.
206.
So that's 2.
So he's
broken.
So I wonder how many he's repeated. Are there any bones he hasn't broken?
Definitely, yeah.
There definitely are. So I bet he's like...
He never broke
like-
his neck,
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah. What?
No spoilers, but he never breaks his neck. Yeah, I think you'd find it's a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah.
It does a bit of skull, which we'll get into. But yeah, I haven't
He
realised.
wasn't even... in a way, he wasn't that good.
Yeah.
His left femur was his most broken bone. 5 times.
5 times. Okay.
Is that leg?
I mean,
Also broken
that's
his back.
femur's this one.
Femur.
isn't it?
I'd hate to break my back once. I think 4 times would really...
What's a
Yeah.
clavicle?
A clavicle? What's that? Is that... Yeah, it's a... Yeah.
Collarbone. Right.
Yeah.
All right, I think we should get into the story. Before we do, I just want to give a shout out to 2 things.
Go on.
Firstly, the book by Stuart Barker entitled Life of Evil, which is excellent.
Great.
Highly recommend that. Got a lot of our best stories from that.
Right.
So thank you, Stuart, and go out and buy that book. And secondly, Horatio, what would you like to plug?
Oh, right. I've got I'm doing a tour extension in November. So the whole month of November, I'm just doing shows in fucking Manchester, Cambridge, Guildford, Winchester, Swindon, to name but a few. I sound like, David Brent, where he's like, Bracknell,
Winners.
It's a big world out there.
Reading.
You know.
So go on my Instagram, Horatio Gould Comedy, if you want to see me live attempt to do comedy.
The Evel Knievel
And you will
comedy.
pay for the attempt. And that's all I can promise.
They prefer it when there's jeopardy. Break a leg.
Break a clavicle 4
Yeah,
times.
and your pods, Film versus History, Boys
Yes,
Gone
and
Wild.
Boys Gone Wild, yes.
Both excellent podcasts.
Yeah, I do too many podcasts.
Right, let's get into it, shall we?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Let's do it. So in 1938, a boy named Bobby Knievel was born in the town of Butte in Montana. So it's the midst of the Great Depression, and Bobby and his brother are raised by their grandparents because their parents have had to leave town in search
Hitler's
of
in
work.
his prime.
So he's growing up
linked.
in Butte, which is this small copper mining town. It's about 35,000 people. Basically looks like something out of the Wild West, Gold Rush
I guess it
type
is
era.
Wild West. It's a bit
Yeah.
later.
Yeah,
It's
sort of
frontier, isn't it?
Industrial.
Yeah, it's not like a novelty Wild West town. It is.
No.
It is.
It's real.
That is
It's in the West.
There's not a gift shop.
But you can imagine it looks kind of saloons and tumbleweed. I guess it's a
Yeah.
bit more industrial.
How much are you big cowboy head for your like kind
I've
of...
become one
Really?
recent times?
What's happened?
Just
What went wrong?
you reach a certain age.
What's missing in your life?
I find a lot. I find the concept of them going west, not the cowboys so much as the people going west.
Yeah,
into
so the genocide of the
unknown.
Native
Yeah.
Americans.
Yeah, I think it's the genocide.
I think people do fall into 2 camps as they reach this age. It is either cowboys or
Indians?
war, or Second World War.
Yeah,
and
I think it can be
Samurai. There's the weebs.
Yeah.
Ooh, haven't
There's
got that yet.
If you're not the kind of Japanese heads, the weeb guys,
yeah.
yeah, like white autistic Englishmen. It's
who like
fucking
posing in a
moth to
mirror with a
flame going
sword.
to Tokyo.
You
My
are
God.
not ready.
With a fedora on. Just
Yeah.
I'd like to have a phase of that.
Yeah, I think so. I'm probably more samurai. Cowboy never really. I never fully connect with it. So do you play like Red Dead Redemption?
No, I'm not. My gaming is normally sort of like nerdy cricket and FIFA games.
Right.
Very sports based.
Yeah.
What's your kind of do you ever like? What's your fantasy man?
Ultimate fantasy.
Are you like? Because I guess what is it? It's like pirate,
Space?
cowboy, space, knight. I guess.
Yeah.
What do you see yourself in your most embarrassing, the depths of your fantasies?
I think this sounds weird, but I'm quite into like medieval.
Right.
Just
what,
sort of
sex play.
Yeah, well, that as well. I was gonna talk
medieval
about-
bum stuff.
Yeah, medieval. I would say I'm quite.
So you see
interested,
yourself as
but it's more sort of like a peasant world.
Okay.
Well, you got to have more confidence.
No, I don't. That's the thing.
So in your fantasy, you're not you're just like, oh please, governor. It's not governor even. It's not governor. It's
my lord.
A couple of coppers, my lord.
That's it. I want to be living in
in
squalor,
Just
rolling around with the pigs in the mud.
I think
a simple life in a way.
Is there a witch burning element? Is there any excitement? Or is it just mundane?
There would be witch burning going on at the same time.
Is the witch?
Maybe that's.
I think this is a sign of a lack of self-esteem and self-confidence. Because you say a humble life, you can live a humble life. That I respect that, but in your fantasies, you can't be a peasant in your. You can be a peasant in real life, but in your brain, you've got to be
a baron.
You got to be. You got to be the lord of your own.
Maybe
mind.
that's a psychological defect.
You can't be a peasant in your own head, brother.
Tilling the land of your brain.
You're oppressed by your own fantasies. It's your fantasies, brother.
Yeah, maybe.
Throw off the yoke.
Maybe I could sort of fuse that with the Evel Knievel type world. Maybe like a sort of. Maybe it could be the Evel Knievel of the Middle Ages.
It's like jumping over a peat.
I guess just like
Well, I mean, just living was like a performing stunt.
Maybe like
trying to avoid fucking.
Become a famous jouster.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So we're going up the pecking order a bit.
That feels better. I do think fantasies are fascinating. They're not talked about enough because I think there's something so truly humiliating if you actually if you lay out your actual fantasies. Because it's such a personal thing, you never even think about.
Are these sexual fantasies?
No. These are like hero fantasies.
Right, yeah.
Like I have a lot of really embarrassing ones about stopping terrorist attacks.
Oh, that's classic.
Yeah.
Like the London Bridge one.
Yeah, I would have chased him down that.
No, I think in my fantasy, I'm at the other end, and I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm like, I imagine I'm talking to some like quite an attractive woman, and I'm like, say, oh, sorry, 1 second, and then I run the whole length of London Bridge. What I do though, and this is all caught on camera, is that I jump and both feet are in the air, and I 2 foot them on the chest.
Oh yeah, like
off
a bridge.
Off the bridge.
Like Eric Cantona kind of kick.
Sort of, but I get perfect connection.
Drop
so
kick.
And you get this amazing photo.
Oh, they flip off the bridge.
Yeah, I just like on his chest there, just bang, and it goes flying.
You wouldn't get the
and I'm super humble in all the.
Yeah, really like magnanimous interview.
Me.
Afterwards.
You dress like this.
I did what I had to do.
Didn't a guy chase one of them with a narwhal tusk?
It was
already pretty fucking
and then there was the Millwall guy as well.
The Millwall guy did.
Yeah, that was during the London Bridge one when they were running around the Borough Market, and then this Millwall fan came out of a pub and shouted, "Fuck off! I'm Millwall!" and just like charged at them.
It's pretty good.
There was also the guy who was running away, still holding his pint, and everyone was like, "Legend!" Buy him a pint. Yeah, that's a good fantasy, I think.
Yeah.
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 What was Bobby Knievel's fantasy?
We lived it.
Yeah, let's get back to Bobby Knievel. So this town, Butte, it was it was once described as the richest hill on earth. We said it looks a bit like the gold rush there. This was the copper rush of Butte.
One of the lesser known rushes.
Not quite the same.
Yeah, copper like wonder.
Yeah, it might make your ears go green.
The copper stroll.
But the Great Depression has hit and the town's fallen on pretty hard time. So by the time Bobby was growing up, it's basically known as this haven of vice. It's full of gambling, drinking, prostitution.
Oh my God.
The sort of place you'd clean up.
Yeah,
really.
definitely.
There's,
you know what I'm like.
There's rumours that it has the highest bars per capita of any town in America and about the same number of brothels as well.
Where's this?
Montana. Yeah.
Does it still?
Montana.
I'll be right back.
Is that like an industry they have protected?
Yeah.
Slap the tariffs on that.
Yeah. You can see sex work thriving though.
Hopefully it still is. Yeah.
Golden age.
Yeah.
Yeah, golden age. Oldest
But yeah,
profession.
so Bobby's grandfather ran a tire shop in Butte, and apparently on that block alone there were 500 prostitutes working.
Damn.
On one block.
On one block, apparently.
That's densely.
That's
That
what he
is,
said.
yeah.
Evel said,
I'd have choice paralysis.
Yeah, that's too many.
yeah,
It's like when you're on Netflix and you're like, I
Yeah.
just sometimes wish there was just channels so there's just something on.
Yeah, just give
'Cause
me
I-
2 options.
Because every time I'm having sex with that prostitute, I'd be like, I picked the wrong one.
Yeah.
I probably should have. You know, when you're ordering food and then you see someone else and you're like, that looks like I should have got that.
there's some good names to the brothel. So Evel said, I was raised right in it. Blonde Edna's whorehouse was right across the street from it. Dirty Mouth Mary's was on the other side.
That's good
Dirty
stuff.
Mouth Mary.
Dirty Mouth
She
Mary.
just swears a lot. Which back then
It does.
is
It does seem like there's.
Darn it,
Darn it.
hell.
You go to hell. Oh. Can't get that.
you dirty mouth, Mary.
Can't get that kind of talk anywhere. Oh hell.
So Bobby Knievel, he's one of his earliest pastimes was throwing stones at these prostitutes. So their game was him and his brother. They'd chuck stones at them, and then the pimps would chase them. Which
So they're little
you know,
boys at this point.
It's
Right.
fun, yeah. And
Yeah.
when he comes of age, Bobby graduates from throwing rocks at them to throwing cash at them.
Now it's
Right.
So he estimates
nicely
that
done.
in a 10-year period he spends $5,000 to $6,000 at sex.
What's that adjusted for inflation?
I reckon 50x it.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
Maybe 100x.
he, so
I think
so
it might
at the time he was paying $3 a pop. So he
Is that-
spends 5,000 to 6,000.
That's getting you everything.
It's like if you look
That's
at like the
getting
Freddo
full
inflation
services.
Yeah.
of sex
Yeah.
work.
Even
Well, Dirty Mouth
Dirty
Marys.
Mouth Mary will throw a few
$3.
slurs at you as well
Yeah.
for good
Yeah.
good measure.
So
I
he's-
think he had a loyalty card. I wonder if there's any savings on.
Yeah, surely as a regular.
Yeah,
it's just
you'd have- you'd have
maybe
a punch
maybe he
card.
gets because his
Get the 10th one
also his
free.
granddad owns the tire shop on the same block, so maybe there's sort of a
local
local business
10%
discount.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can use the car park.
Surely.
2,000 shags, 500 prostitutes, 4 per prostitute.
Right, 10 years.
Bobby might have found one that resembles his absent mother, and
Quite possibly.
Right, roughly the
Might be where
so,
she's working. They said you left town.
so that's 200 a year.
Dirty Mouth Mary's. Yeah.
So that's over half the days of the year he's shagging it.
Well, he's a 10-year period. Yeah, 200 a year.
Yeah.
yeah.
So is he getting this money from
Yeah,
stunt
how's he
driving?
funding this?
This is later, so this is
Right.
we
Okay.
actually jumped ahead a little bit in the story.
those are
So I'm gonna
career
take you back to his childhood. So when he's 8, Bobby goes to see a Daredevil show, and it's sort of the making of him. So he sees these guys on motorbikes jumping over cars, jumping through hoops, flaming hoops, and he's absolutely blown away by this and decides that is his calling. So he starts doing jumps on his bike. He charges his friends 2 cents to watch.
Wow. It's entrepreneurial.
And yeah, which if you only charge you 2 cents time
Yeah.
to get up to $3, you got to do a lot. You got to do a lot of jumps.
150 jumps.
For one shag.
I can see why I broke so many bones.
Yeah. He also was like he really wanted to make a show of it. So he'd set fire to tumbleweed and jump over that.
Wow. That's one way to deal with an awkward silence, isn't it?
Sorry, tumbleweed. Yeah.
Tumbleweed. Or
It's just one
like
of his jokes
bushes.
bombed and it's just like it's a distraction.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not too bothered with school, but he is very good at sport. He plays a lot of ice hockey. He also wins a Rocky Mountain ski jumping competition. Travels around Montana doing rodeo as well. So he's into the thrill-seeking, dangerous sports. He leaves school when he's 16, the earliest possible opportunity that he can. And you know he's got this quite expensive penchant for Dirty Mouth Marys to fund. So he goes like any good Butte man does and works down the mines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough old career. Not much fun, I imagine. He it's dangerous. A lot of people die down there.
Yep.
He doesn't like it. And eventually he manages to wangle with his gift of the gab a job driving for the mining company instead.
Right.
Much safer. Little bit boring. You're basically picking people up, bringing them to work,
Yeah.
moving fucking rocks around.
Yeah.
And imagine you get looked at like you're a pussy.
Yeah.
Like, you're not doing that.
Yeah. You've copped out,
Because all
haven't
the burly men are going down
Yeah,
to their
that's
You're,
the
yeah,
death
you're like the
trap,
cowards in the war.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
I've got
medics.
polio. Of course you do. So he's getting pretty bored, so he decides to spice it up. So he starts driving really wildly all the time. Like as soon as someone gets in, he's just like tearing it around.
Right.
You know, it's quite like you're driving over these like mine hills. It's quite bumpy.
Yeah.
Apparently, pretty soon, people working for the mining company are refusing to get in the car if Bobby's driving it. They're just like, not him. And the final straw for that job comes when he persuades a colleague to drop a giant boulder in the back of his truck so that he can pop a wheelie. And I mean, this sounds like something out of a cartoon from the era, but apparently the truck rears up so high on its back wheels that he takes out all the overhead power cables, and the whole town is without power for several hours. Very wacky races. So he's fired.
Right.
That's the end of the mining company job. After that, he has a brief stint in the army before returning to Butte to launch his own ice hockey team, the Butte Bombers.
Are they still around?
They were quite short-lived,
Fine.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think,
for reasons that will become
for
clear.
reasons we'll come on to. So obviously, Bobby Knievel's an entrepreneurial guy. He's dreaming of bigger things.
Yeah.
And when he hears that the Winter Olympics are coming up in California, he manages to wangle an appearance from the Czechoslovakian team,
Damn.
who are very good by all accounts. They're big on that shit out there, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they come and he persuades them by saying, I'll pay all your expenses. Because he knows he's going to make all the money on drinks and popcorn and entry and stuff. So it's all looking good until the Czechs arrive and they've got a massive entourage.
Right.
Like for every player, there's like 3 other people. And he's like, oh, I can't afford these fucking expenses.
You can't call in enough favours at Blonde Edna's.
Yeah.
To
Is that what their
keep them all
expenses
upstate.
were? Free tabs. So he panics and decides the only way to avoid paying the expenses is to nick their receipts. Because obviously they've got this big bag of receipts of all their costs. So he breaks into the dressing room, nicks that. And then when they come to him and they're like, oh, we want our expenses. He's like, what? Where are your receipts? So I can't do anything without a receipt.
That's interesting.
Like an office, like an HR manager.
Yeah, that's very like kind of actually very dry way to get out of it. No, you have to process the receipt. Sorry.
Without the requisite paperwork, I am going to be unable. So this causes a massive argument because he's like, well, there's nothing I can do, sorry. And there's briefly it looks like a diplomatic incident might
Do they realise what's happening? Is he sort of there? It's like,
this
hold on,
guy's fucking
what's that?
scandalous.
What are those papers coming out?
Yeah, I think it is that
Czechoslovakia
brazen.
might invade the United States.
World War III is about to... No, I think the Czech embassy are very ticked off.
Right.
Eventually, the US Olympic Committee has to intervene and pay up. So Evel at that point is off the ice hockey team. No one wants him anywhere involved. But we're already seeing signs of the man who will become Evel Knievel. You know, the thrill-seeking stunts, the marketing genius, the borderline con artistry.
Sure.
And of course, we've seen the shagger as well. But he did have a long-term girlfriend he was going
long-suffering.
steady with. Yeah,
Right.
long-term and long-suffering. The lovely Linda, high school sweetheart. I think she was about 4 years below him.
Right.
Which, you know, it's the 30s.
I think that was normal at the
The
time.
least of the crimes that are being perpetrated at the
Let's
time.
hope it stops there.
Yeah. That
Just
outfit's
for my outfit.
looking a little uncomfortable, the outfit. So Evel decides around the age of 20 that actually I want to marry Linda and make an honest woman of her. And there's just one small snag, which is that her parents absolutely loathe him.
Fair enough.
I mean, his reputation ain't great.
Yeah.
He conned the checks.
Yeah.
He's regularly down dirty.
Wait,
Mouth
is this
Mary's.
before he was 20? He did the whole...
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a, you know,
He's a jack of all trades, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so the parents won't approve them to get married, which, you know, leaves him with only one rational option, which is to kidnap her. So one day she's skating at the local ice rink and he just turns up, bags her up, puts her in the car.
Hog ties her.
Yeah, hog ties her.
Yeah.
And they drive off for Idaho, where he plans, you know, for them to just do a quick wedding.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they are intercepted by a blizzard.
Damn.
They have to sleep.
Cosmic justice.
The road's completely blocked, and the cops catch up with them, and Linda is liberated.
Yeah, which I think her dad, you know, he was already a bit suspicious about Bobby before, and the kidnapping didn't really endear him to him. It was pretty vindicated.
straw.
I knew there was something about this kid.
Yeah. So once the police bring them all back to town, he refuses to let Linda see Bobby again. So they sort of keep their relationship going on the sly, creeping around for a couple of years.
What, Linda still bloody loves it?
Linda still, she likes
a bit rough.
kidnapping.
Of course she does.
Yeah.
Minx.
But they're keeping it on the down low until 1959, when her dad makes the mistake of going away on a fishing trip.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that does.
You know, come on, late 50s fishing trip,
Montana.
all right, mate. Yeah, sure
That's
you were.
Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
That's the plot of Brokeback
Yeah,
Mountain.
it's it's literally, why do you not bring any of your fishing rods?
Don't need them. Spear
Use my hand.
fishing. Spear fishing.
We were, in a way, we were.
Yeah. Well, whatever he was up to, he's out of town for the weekend, and Bobby seizes his opportunity and sneaks off with Linda to elope.
Kidnapped again?
I know. I think this was consensual
Right.
this time. Yeah. Don't know what the mum had to say, but anyway. Actually, funny enough, so
It's the 50s, it doesn't matter.
years,
She was valiant off her tits.
years later, Evel and his father-in-law, Linda's dad, do bury the hatchet, and they go on a fishing trip together.
Yeah.
Oh, the fishing
All
trip.
right.
And
There's one way to make it up to me.
and I mean that actually, you know what? That actually makes a lot of sense, because on that trip, the father-in-law dies. He gets
Fucking hell.
swept away in the river.
Right.
Um,
Come so hard he dies. Is that what the implication is
yeah,
there?
yeah.
Just blew up.
And then the body gets thrown in the
Well,
river.
it's
Yeah.
better off. So Evil's bumped.
Anyway,
Sorry.
so this is that's actually
Sam
years.
saying-
That's actually years
Evil's-
later. That's
yeah.
in that's in
Evil's
that's in the
father-in-law's
80s.
wanked himself
He's
to
wanked
death.
himself to death.
Or
but
they went
happened-
fishing.
That happened much later. So
Right.
at this point, the father-in-law is just on his fishing trip.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
fishing trip
Yeah.
With a mate.
And with a mate. Yeah, didn't bring any fishing rods, but you know, it doesn't matter. And Evil's married his sweetheart secretly, and you know, he's got a new wife to support now, so he needs some cash. The mines won't take him back, and so he takes the logical next step and turns to a life of crime. And he starts out on quite sort of homespun projects. He's robbing hubcaps. He's known around town for
What are
being,
hubcaps?
You know, on a
you know,
car.
on a wheel.
Oh, right.
on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
wheel,
Yes,
basically.
yes.
It was a big
yes.
thing, stealing hubcaps.
Rims.
You don't
Well, yeah,
hear
it's
about it
valuable
anymore.
metal, isn't it?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Especially in a
Don't
mining
hear about
town.
it anymore. But anyway, he
Yep, that, not a
made it
word you
boring.
said is wrong.
What do we reckon that metal is? It's probably an alloy, actually. Isn't
I
it?
think we got our clip there. Very reasonable.
yeah.
You,
So
Jack.
anyway, he was famous for the way he had a special screwdriver that he would use. It was a very specific screwdriver, and
Right.
you know, he
Phillips head or what's the other one called?
Because you're on fire today, Jack.
But he was known around town for being able to steal the hubcaps from someone's car while they're sat in it, which
Right.
is pretty impressive.
Apparently, his trick was level crossings. You know
Yeah.
where trains cross with roads,
Right.
because the train's so noisy. He'd wait there, cars stop.
Well, like a Formula One team. He's
Yeah,
trying
just
to-
quickly-
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, he moves on quite quickly from robbing hubcaps to running an extortion racket.
All right.
So
Okay.
he's upping the stakes. He'd approach local businesses in Butte offering protection.
Yeah,
the
classic.
classic. And
Protection
if
from
they,
who? Protection from me.
yeah, exactly. So if they
Classic.
refuse, they'd find very quickly that their shops
On
would be
holiday in
burgled.
Napoli, someone said, "Your car, protection for your car." I'm like, "From who?" It's from me.
Straight up.
Just straight up from me. Okay, brilliant.
Did you pay?
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
that's
That's
got
not
it.
even
Yeah, 'cause
doing.
he's just like, "Give me 30 euro, or I kick your window in."
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
fair
not even
enough.
doing the
That's
charade.
That's a good deal.
Can you not at least be like, nice Fiat 500 you have here? You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was. Yeah, clearly it was.
Do
near
the charade a bit.
It was
Did you-
near the end of the day. I think it was
phoning it in.
It was Friday. It was like
Yeah.
4:30 p.m.
Tired. He's phoned that one in.
Did he give you a little ticket to put in your windscreen to? So,
I've
so
been
it's
got.
like- yeah,
Can I have a badge?
do not smash. But yeah, anyway, so he's doing this protection racket, and eventually it just escalates to straight out hold up. So he's robbing grocery stores, banks, pharmacies. Particularly targets pharmacies because he's recruited a gang of drug addicts to do these robberies with him.
Right.
And
They
they
assembled a heist team.
yeah, exactly.
It's like a methadone addict.
Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Overdose 11.
Yeah. So
they get the drugs.
they're keen to get into the pharmacies
Also,
for
pharmacies in the 40s.
You got to have
I
your
reckon there's-
crackhead. Dun,
yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
a crack team.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
But drugs, pharmacies in the 50s, 40s, you're getting everything,
yeah.
aren't you? They just
Yeah,
had
yeah.
cocaine,
yeah,
Yes.
heroin,
yeah, good stuff in there.
rich pickings.
Is this before big farmers started really fucking turning the
I think this is sort of the beginning
Right.
age, isn't it?
yeah.
The Sackler guy, the first Sackler.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah, he's sort of the Luigi Mangione of his generation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're robbing these pharmacies. He gets the cash, they get the drugs, and robbing all sort of like robbing banks as well. He tells a story about stealing dynamite from his old mining job and blasting a hole through the roof of the local courthouse to rob that.
That's
Wow.
great. That's great.
That's badass.
Again, that's quite cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of his life is really, it's quite
TNT.
wacky races.
Blackface.
Not that type of blackface.
No. God,
Get out.
God forbid.
Eventually, though, he decides to hang up his bank robbing boots when one of his accomplices gets shot during a raid. So he throws all of his robbing tools into the river and decides it's time to get straight.
Robbing tools. I guess you would have some.
Dynamite, yeah. And it's 1960 at this point. He's got a son. So,
But this way seems fun to be in America at this time in a way because you can't. Everyone's just drifting from town to town. You can sort of fuck around like this. There's no like, obviously there's no social media, but there's no like CCTV. There's
no rules.
There's no real rule, and you can just like all these stories. You can just move to the other part of the country and then just set up a new life, get a new family.
Yeah.
You can abandon your family so easy. You have one family, you're like, oh, this is fucking boring. I'm going to go up to fucking,
Idaho.
Idaho,
Yeah.
for example.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of another state.
Yeah, that's kind of what he does. So he leaves town and starts a new business doing.
You can't really do this in the UK, can you?
No.
What,
You've
you
got to go to Thailand.
You go from Surrey to
which is a very different brand of second family setup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't go to Shrewsbury. It's like-
No.
Anyway, so he decides once he's jacked in the bank robbing to start a hunting business. So he'll take people out on these hunting trips, promises to get them a kill, which is very likely because he's taking them to protected nature reserves where there's abundant elk everywhere.
What is an elk? It's a deer.
It's like sort of moose
Yeah,
deer type
moosey
thing.
deer.
Big antlers.
No,
Good.
I think it's more moosey than deer.
But anyway, you get the antlers for your wall,
Yeah.
which is
They're impressive set of antlers. So he's basically, it's a poaching business really, but he's taking these people out on trips. Eventually, though, he decides that he's going to jack in the hunting business and becomes a car insurance salesman, which isn't very on brand for him, really. But he's good at it.
I mean, they are mainly scumbags, so that sort of tracks.
He's definitely good at the job.
Right. So he works for Go Compare, basically.
Yeah.
does the ads.
Yeah, kind of. So
Or a meerkat man, actually.
He actually smashes the company record. He sells 110 insurance policies in a single day. And granted, they were to patients at the Warm Springs Mental Hospital, but, they all count.
Just been looking at your car out there.
Yeah. Apparently,
It's a man who's been saying yes all day, and he's just happened to sit next to him and say, "Do you want to buy a car?" He'd just be going, "Yes, yes, yes, yes." Brilliant.
Sign
just
here.
sign here in your
Yes,
own
yes.
excrement.
He's been doing that all day, and he's just
Just smear here, please. Just fling here.
Yeah.
So it's like one flew over the cuckoo's nest, that sort of setup.
Yeah, that kind of vibe. And I think the Warm Springs Mental Hospital is probably a pretty grim place.
We talked about this thing on my podcast Boys Gone Wild on the Patreon, but it really made us laugh. This BBC News story about these three old brothers, and there's a really funny photo of them. They're all in their 80s. It is quite sad, but it's also very funny. They've all got dementia, right? These three brothers, and it's just a photo of them just having not a clue what's going on. They signed all of their money and farm away to a local businessman.
Just a scam.
But it's just but it's just like having three brothers in it and having no filtration system where it's like it's getting past all of you. Not one of you can pick up that they're telling you to give you give everyone, and then imagine being their grandchildren and be like, the brothers. What have they done? Oh, for
all of them.
They're giving the farm away for nothing. Oh, all of them. Fuck.
Yeah. It's like even the bank manager had to sign off too, but he's got it as well. So.
Yeah.
Got around all of
Yeah,
them.
it's
it was
Rich
probably
Pickings,
similar vibe. Yeah.
This is like when they're like electrocuting people and shit, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's like
It's a lot of trial and
lobotomy.
It's much more trial and error when it comes to mental health.
Back
why don't you
then,
just get a frying pan and whack on the head
Yeah, it
till they
was
feel
more art
better?
than science. Wasn't it? This seems to be working.
Yeah. But yeah, he doesn't do that job for too long, kind of falls out with the bosses after they discover his slightly morally dubious tricks.
Understandably. Meanwhile, in his free time, he's riding motorbikes all the time. So in Butte, apparently he was known for just riding through bars and like all over the sidewalk and stuff. Just an absolute pest.
Right.
And he used to lead the cops on these like wild chases around, and they could just never catch him.
He's quite sort of Bart Simpson.
Yeah,
isn't he?
Yeah, he's throwing stones at people. Admittedly, they
There
are.
is still like there's a Grinch-like quality to him, though.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this kind of like rural hometown
Naivety.
fucking, shagger. You know, there's a lot of similarities.
He's got a bit more wherewithal. I would
Definitely
say.
smarter for sure than Grinch.
Yeah, a bit more like cunning.
Yes.
But apparently the cops kind of love these chases. It's all quite good natured.
Yeah.
Sounds like a wild place to live, Butte. And he also has been doing stunts in his spare time. So he would basically, there was loads of mine hills.
Right.
So really steep hills made from, I think, slag is the term, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe not a slag heap. that was
That's-
around the
that's-
corner.
Yeah.
I found my USP, which is a mining themed brothel called the Slag Heap.
The slag. That's amazing.
And it's like done like a mine. It's probably the last place the miners want to go after work, to be honest. It's even really dangerous.
Maybe that is their fantasy, though.
Welcome
That's
to the
funny.
slats.
Yeah, Busman's holiday.
Step into the shaft.
Okay.
It's good stuff. You can keep going.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's doing tricks on these mine hills, on these slag heaps. He's basically like driving all the way up them and then just like shooting off the edge, and people start paying, basically crowds start gathering to watch, and then he starts charging them a little bit, and he's actually making more money from people betting on whether he can do it or not.
Right.
Apparently he's failing 9 times out of 10,
Yeah.
and people they love the wipeouts.
Yeah.
You know, bit of blood in the water.
You don't really have these sort of dangerous sports you can watch now. I guess
Yeah,
you've got like Zippo
yeah.
Circus.
I think
and
it's
stuff
just nonce hunting and stuff.
Yeah.
Isn't it? That's your Jeopardy. Zippo Circus is, I guess.
Yeah, something like that. I haven't really seen that.
You're not
They
going to
still
those
do,
things thinking, I'm going to see an accident.
You know that it's all choreographed. It's all.
There's
that's
the,
It's an illusion. It's a magic
Yeah.
trick. You're not being like this guy could fucking.
They
die.
do fuck it up sometimes, though. There's also the Isle of Man TT race. You know, the one where it's just like a super bike race on the Isle of Man, where they go on just regular roads on these super bikes going at like.
People die every year.
People die every
Oh,
year.
right.
It was like last year, like 6 people died,
Yeah.
and but it's just I say people like line the streets just to watch this.
I
Which
guess it's the
I guess
closest-
it
something.
is the closest thing you get to
Mm.
this.
There's
I
something to it.
suppose.
Yeah, but so he's starting to realise that there's something in this stunts thing. He also tries racing, so he's like touring around, sleeping in his car with his wife and kid. It's during a motorbike race that he breaks his first bone in 1962.
Relatively late, actually.
Considering what's to
Yeah.
come, collarbone,
Yeah.
clavicle.
Got a lot of time to make up for. Unfortunately, though, the racing doesn't make him much money, so he decides to have a new business scheme and opens a motorcycle dealership. But you know, business is pretty slow to begin with, and he decides that he's going to do some promotions to try and get some customers through the door. And he offers a $100 discount to anyone who can beat him in an arm wrestle, which he claims nobody ever did. But yeah,
Very macho.
it's very
Yeah.
Very
he makes a lot of these kind of claims.
But you always feel that he's got some sort of trick up his sleeve.
Yeah.
Like, has he like got? I don't know.
Stabbed him in the arm.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you wouldn't trust it.
No.
Yeah. But that, you know, the novelty sort of wears thin on that offer quite quickly, and he decides he's got to up the ante, and he hits up his contacts at the local zoo, who for some reason decide it's okay to just lend him a crate of rattlesnakes and 2 mountain lions. So different times.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's a loan, isn't it?
it's a loan, you know.
Yeah.
He's gonna bring
Favour
it
for a
back,
friend.
We'll give it back.
Yeah. And he's gonna jump them. So
Of course
he
fucking
does
is.
does a big promo tour for this, and a big crowd turns out for it. Everyone's thrilled at the sight of this, and Evel's circling around the crowd.
So when
ramping
did
them
when
up,
did the evil
revving
name
his
come
engine.
in from?
Oh, we'll get there. Not yet.
that's
He's still
fine.
Bobby Knievel at this
Fine.
He's
point.
still Bobby, sorry, I should have. Yeah. So he's like circling around, revving his engine, and he makes for the ramp and soars over these animals, and lands the bike. But as he does, he just clips the back of the box containing the rattlesnakes. And as he's like then circling around, taking the acclaim of the crowd, he looks over and realizes that these snakes are pouring out of the box, slithering towards the crowd, and chaos breaks out.
Well, they
People are
fucking
running
love it.
everywhere, but they love
But
it.
they bloody love
So
it.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it is what it's all about.
That is like something out of The Simpsons.
Yeah, it really
Isn't there a
is.
stuntman in The Simpsons who's basically Evel Knievel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just loads of snakes slithering towards everyone.
yeah.
They're quite vicious, aren't they, rattlesnakes?
Rattlesnakes are, I think you die if you get bitten by a
I'm
rattlesnake.
not
don't
a
you?
big snake guy.
You know, you're more of mountain lions.
Yeah.
And I guess that is the moment that he really finds his calling,
Right.
his ikigai.
So that was his big, yeah.
Stephen Bartlett might say. Finds his purpose in life. He realizes
This is a good guy.
stunts are my thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a full-time stuntman. And where else to go if you're going to seek your fortune in the entertainment business? California, baby.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
City of Angels, right?
California knows how to stunt, man. Yeah, he's off full-time stunting.
Brilliant.
Linda's coming with, the kids are coming with.
Yeah.
They haven't got a pot to piss in, but he just thinks, we
Yeah.
can make this work. And
The American Dream.
he decides, I'm going to need a crew. That's how it's done back then.
Yeah.
And so he assembles Robbie Knievel and the motorcycle daredevils.
Whoa.
So it's a team of daredevils, including what is referred to as a midget daredevil.
Right.
I'm not that up to date on the terminology nowadays.
Yeah.
Little
I
person.
think it's little person,
Little
but I feel
person.
little person sounds ruder.
I think it
patronising,
sounds
doesn't
really
it?
patronising.
So I'm
but,
kind of,
you know.
my hands are tied.
Yeah. Anyway, so they're
Wee Man.
Say again. Wee Man. There was a guy called Wee Man, wasn't there?
Yeah, was that that was
Jackass.
Jackass?
But I feel there's been a big shift with the kind of little there was like, for a period, it was always about not doing anything that, given any work that kind of undermines them, or being dwarfs and anything, you know, stuff like that. But I feel it's coming back now, where a lot of the little person community has come out and said, "Now we like the work's good." Like,
Yeah.
this is kind of like, this is a big income for us.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if midget daredevils are going to come back.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not talking about like being handcuffed to a person on a stag do.
No, not that. but I
really
mean, like,
demeaning
just-
horror.
They like it. Yeah. Sort of third wave midgetism.
We've reclaimed being handcuffed to an awful cokehead in Bratislava.
Have you seen the Wildstone Raider being handcuffed to?
No.
On a do you know the Wildstone
Yeah,
Raider?
yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
Have you seen this image? Have you seen this yet?
Handcuffed to the stag or to a little person?
I mean, this is like, it really makes you question what is fame. What is it? What is like fame is not always good, right?
Yeah.
This is as bad as it probably gets. It may be the bottom level of notoriety is the Wildstone Raider.
You're a meme.
You're a meme, and you're being. So let's get this
Yeah.
photo. I mean, look at the state of that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And also, it's a funny idea. Look, it is funny for 5 minutes.
Yeah, how long
When
was it
you've
for?
got, it's a whole weekend.
A whole weekend. Wow.
We had a DM from a guy who's works with a guy whose mum is going out with the Wilson Raider in a relationship, and I was like, "What's he like?" And he said, "Quite grumpy at home." Probably because you get home, work
exclusive?
is like being. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Although,
is that
yeah.
broken on the
what
show?
goes on the stag these days?
Can you imagine your mum brings home the wheelchair?
Yeah.
I'll be living. Please don't fuck my mum, the Wildstone Raider.
How many "you want some" jokes would there be? Sort of like, oh, I've baked these cookies. You want some?
Yeah, very
Yeah.
good. Very good, Wildstone.
I think. Oh look, there he is on stag do again. I think is that the same one? A whole weekend is going to get quite unpleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe there's a spot for him in Robbie Knievel's Motorcycle Daredevils. Anyway, so he's formed this crew, the Motorcycle Daredevils. However, Bobby thinks there's one ingredient missing. It's just not Hollywood enough.
Right.
And so he decides to adopt his nickname, Evel Knievel. So the origins of the name Evel are, some people say it was just a childhood nickname for him, but he says, and others present back this up, that it began when he spent the night in a jail cell with a guy called William Knoffel, and the guard of their jail cell in Butte referred to them as Awful Knoffel and Evel Knievel.
I mean, that's good from the guard.
Yeah, only really works in an American accent, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Awful Knoffel.
Yeah, awful Knorfel.
I think that's how some people think I laugh. Awful Knoffel. It's a good nickname.
It's good.
Yeah.
And it sticks. And he famously spells it Evel.
Seems almost Romanian or Eastern European.
Yeah,
Evel.
Awful Knoffel.
Awful. No, Evel. Kneivel.
Oh, yeah.
It's spelled like Evel.
Awful
Kneivel.
Knoffel sounds like a type of potato.
Yeah.
Awful Knoffel.
Sounds stodgy, doesn't it? Yeah.
It's a homely dish.
Don't know what became of Awful Knoffel. He was not invited into the Daredevils. Saw the Wilson Raider of Butte. So
Yeah, it just feels like the police relationship with the police at this point. Maybe if you're white in America at this point, is a lot lot more jovial.
Yeah, it seems very.
Yeah, the guards are giving you nicknames. It's all very kind of like, I'll get you next time.
This is the guy who dynamited the roof of the local courthouse.
Oh, evil.
You rascal, you. God knows what awful can awful did. Some god awful sex crime. You awful.
Oh, that was
You
awful.
little.
You scamp.
So Evel Knievel and the Motorcycle Daredevils are born in California, and they put on their first show where I think it's in I've forgotten. I want to say Sacramento,
Right.
which is sort of quite methy these
Right,
days. I
right,
think.
right.
But not back then. It was good, clean fun.
Yeah.
And there, Evel jumps over 2 pickup trucks. Another stuntman smashes through boards on a bike. There's a ring of fire, obviously. All the usual stuff. I don't exactly know what the little person's jump was. It's quite hard to ride a motorbike.
Yeah.
I guess that's
Part
part
of the stunt, isn't it?
Does he get his own small motorbike, I guess?
I don't know.
I don't know what works better as a spectacle.
Visually, as a show. Anyway, that first show is a roaring success. There's money coming in. It's not mad money, but, traction.
Sure.
And the next show, they decide to aim even higher. So Evel cooks up this stunt where basically a member of the crew will speed towards him on a bike, and he will then jump over them at the last minute in a star jump. They'll go through his legs. Perfect.
That's pretty good.
They line up, they practice it several times. It was working fine. Got all the timings right. But when the day comes, Evel panics and jumps just a fraction of a second too early, meaning as he's coming down, in his words, the motorcycle hit me right in the balls. I was thrown 15 feet in the air and my body turned a couple of flips. I landed on my back on the ground. It's his first major injury.
Should have got the midget to ride the bike.
That's cheating. I don't think visually that would be... It would be funny.
Wait, explain the trick again.
So someone's riding a motorbike, he's standing, and he jumps, and then the motorbike goes between his
Right,
legs.
yeah.
So
it's less
You want
daredevil-y.
the smallest person possible, really.
Yeah, but would it look...
I guess it's less impressive, isn't it? But
it's a nasty one, though. He's thrown in the air. Apparently, he's just lying there like, oh, my fucking God, what am I going to do? He's smashed all his ribs. Apparently, the crowd gasp, and apparently he's covered in a blanket. There's like almost some concern in the audience.
Right.
Just witnessed the man die. And he's sent to hospital, and, he's stretchered out. He's lying there. He said he's sort of paralyzed. And all running through his head is like, oh, fuck this. I've ruined my stunt career. Like, I fucked up the stunt. In fact, he could not be more wrong, because Evel Knievel hasn't realized it yet, but he has just uncovered the missing ingredient that will make him a star. The fact that at any time during his show, the audience could watch a man die right before their eyes. And it turns out this is the magic.
This is it. This is what it is.
This is where other stuntmen, I think, don't really nail it.
Because there's safeguards.
It's like you say about modern circuses. It's just like, technically that's interesting. It's a bit like modern football.
But it's,
It's technically impressive.
It's systems, but it's
not
got the flair.
Yeah, where's the jeopardy?
Yeah.
Anyway, Evel eventually realizes this while he's convalescing in the hospital. And once the penny drops, he checks himself out of hospital as early as possible. And straight away, he's organising the next event, which pulls a massive crowd because people have heard about
this guy's fucking mad.
It's Jackass, basically.
Yeah. It is,
these guys will staple their bollocks to each other and then get them sunburned.
do you think it's
I bet Jackass is in the lineage of Evel Knievel.
Definitely.
I'm sure.
Because it's got, weirdly, it's got this like all-American flavour,
definitely,
hasn't it?
definitely.
Do you think also, because like this is post-war, right? Now that he's doing this, and all these soldiers who've come back and got a bit of like, they've seen a lot of things. It's like people came back from the First World War quite shell-shocked.
Sure.
Maybe they have this like lust for danger and violence. And
there's also a period of relative peace.
Yeah, maybe
man.
Yeah.
But there's a period of relative peace. Oh, I guess the Vietnam War is actually about to kick off.
It hasn't yet, though.
All right.
We've had Korea.
So it feels like,
this is the lull.
You need to and
also, it's just
you need to
this
see
age
some
of like
broken bones.
American optimism and dominance. We can do anything. We're going to the moon.
So JFK
because it's
hasn't
hard.
been the death of innocence. Of
No,
JFK
exactly.
being
This is innocent America. Milkshakes, roller skates, going to the moon.
Yeah.
Korea War was fucking easy. We can do anything. Something like that. Anyway, so his next event, he decides, I'm going to go fucking hard this time. I'm going to jump over 13 cars lined up in a row. Previously, stuntmen would do like 2 or 3.
Right.
This is unheard of. And so he lines up this huge jump, pulls a massive crowd. Everyone's waiting, holding their breath, and he lands just short on top of one of the cars.
This is the first one back.
Yeah, first one back. Rolls off, breaks his arm, several ribs. He's hospitalised for 5 months. Really nasty.
You wonder, is there any fudging of these numbers? Because now the whole shtick is the injuries, right?
What, you mean the number of breaks or the timeout?
I don't know. I don't know.
Timeout's hard to fake.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was pretty painful.
Yeah.
Apparently, at this point, all the other riders in his crew are like, look, firstly, this looks fucking terrifying. I don't want to end up like this.
Yeah.
He's in one of those like all-body cars.
Yeah.
And secondly, we can't make any money while our front man is out. So they all fuck off to get jobs, at Dirty Mouth Mary's and down the slag heap. And Evel's left on his own. The others cannot cut it. And so he's left with no choice.
Right.
He's going solo. Evel Knievel is about to become a one-man super stuntman.
Brilliant.
And that is when the chaos will really begin. And on that bombshell, we have reached the end of part 1.
That was a thriller. I mean, it's amazing they haven't made a film with this guy. Have they made a film?
Yeah, there have been a few. We'll actually mention a couple that he
I think they should do another one, to be honest.
Yeah.
They should, I mean, it's built like a Hollywood narrative, right?
Yeah.
That's the magic of the podcast, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. A seemingly unrelated set of events. Grinch the movie? You buying a ticket to see that?
I think that would be a less interesting one. I don't think.
Who would you rather play, Evel Knievel or Garincha?
Probably Garincha because there's less stunts.
But you weren't here for part 2, to be fair.
To be fair, it gets quite sad.
Yeah.
I like this. All right, so we are going to leave you at the end of part 1. Evel Knievel is battered, bruised, and mildly addicted to prostitutes, but he is on the cusp of becoming an all-American megastar. And with that will come more scandals and broken bones than anyone else on earth could handle. So find out what happens in part 2. You can join us next time for that. Or if you are a member of the Upshots Patreon, you can listen to that right now. It's ready and waiting. Parts 2 and 3, in fact. You can listen to the whole darn dirty saga.
Amazing.
Just do it.
Yeah,
Don't wait around.
There's a lot of that, and it's a hell of a ride. So you get parts 2 and 3 straight away if you're on Patreon. Sign up right now. Patreon.com/Upshot Towers. Don't even think about it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just jump those snakes.
Knock those towers down.
You'll both be there, won't you? On part 2?
Yeah. We're in for the long haul.
Oh, yeah. All right. See you next time. Thanks a lot, guys.